Yeah.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay standing and join us in the singing of our national anthem. And please remain standing for an honor song by Thunder Jack, who is Bear Clan from the Oneida Nation.
Ton bras, c'est beau, d'élever.
Thank you, Thunder Jack. Please take your seats. On behalf of George Brown College, I would like to welcome you all, graduates, family, and friends, to this morning's convocation exercises for the class of 2014. My name is Laura Jo Gunter. I'm the Senior Vice President Academic, and it is my pleasure to serve as your Masters of Ceremonies this morning. Graduates, today you have gathered to recognize your academic achievements. You've worked hard to get here. I extend my warm congratulations to you all on this special day. Our convocation ceremony today is taking place on the traditional lands of the Mississauga of New Credit. I would like to introduce the members of our platform party. I ask them to stand and remain standing as they are introduced. Please hold your applause until the end of the introductions. It is my pleasure to introduce Sally Horsfall-Eaton, the first Chancellor of George Brown College. From the Board of Governors, Kevin King. From George Brown College, Ann Sato, President. Robert Luke, Vice President, Innovation and Research. Karen Thompson, Vice President, Marketing and Strategic Enrollment Management. Brenda Pipitone, Dean, Academic and Student Affairs. Diane Tessier, Registrar. Georgia Cortero, Dean, Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies. Nancy Sherman, Dean, Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies. Gerard Hayes, Director of Student Experience. Bearing the mace this morning is Beadle Ian Wigglesworth, Chair, International and Immigration Education. From the George Brown College Student Association, Sarup Pahal, Director of Internal Affairs. Our Elder in Residence, Ed Sakany. Our keynote speaker this morning is Rick Hybrex, who will be more formally introduced later in the program. And finally, the staff and faculty for the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies, the Center for Continuous Learning, and the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies at George Brown College. Ladies and gentlemen, your platform party. Please take your seats. This morning, we recognize graduates from the School of Liberal Arts and Science, the School of Work and College Preparation, the School of Immigration and Transitional Education, and the School of English as a Second Language in the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies. Graduates also from the Center for Continuous Learning, and graduates from the School of Mechanical Engineering Technologies and the School for Computer Technology in the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies. Our interpreters this morning are Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, and our captioner is Joanne Anderson. I now invite Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton to address the graduating class. Madam Chancellor.
Well, welcome, 2014 class. Must be great to be here. You may have noticed walking in that the dignitaries were preceded by a beadle carrying a big stick, and that is the new George Brown mace. The mace is the symbolic emblem of authority delegated to the chancellor, and it dates back to medieval times, the 13th century, when it was carried into battle to break the armor and the chainmail of the knights. Really useful in 2014. But the royal mace is carried before the king as a sign of domestic security and authority, and is now used in most parliaments. And it will be used in George Brown at official ceremonies such as this and other special occasions from time to time. This is a big day for you, and congratulations. You have worked hard, and it's finally here. I'm sure you're all wondering where the road will take you next. And by the way, so are your parents. I can't tell you that. And where are you going to be 5 years from now may well be different than what you had anticipated. But I can offer you a few words of advice for success at work and for a good life. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts, than money, than circumstances, than what other people do or say or think. We cannot change the inevitable. Bad things do happen. But the one thing we can do is play the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I firmly believe that life is 10% of what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our attitudes and, in turn, in charge of our lives. We determine our own feelings and our own happiness. So be an irrepressibly positive person, please. The person who's fun to be around and welcome most anywhere, rather than the doom and gloom pessimist who's shunned in the workplace and shunned in the classroom, and who's never invited to happy hour. So smile, be cheerful, play nice or go home. Now, every workplace, wherever or whatever it is made up of leaders and followers. It couldn't possibly function without it. Many of us aspire to be leaders, either in the workplace or in the community, and many of us tremble at the thought. Some leaders are very effective, and some are misplaced. Do each of you know what it is you should be? Some people do all the things that a leader does, but are either reticent or to speak up or don't want to, quotes, be leading the troops. And this person fills the role of the invisible leader, leading from behind, the advisor. If that is you, such a person is diligent, studies the issues, is thoughtful and helpful with looking at options. And all good leaders, indeed, need advisors to act as a sounding board. You see, leadership is taken, it's not given, not intentionally, but by the actions of an individual. A potential leader is the first to step forward to do a job, the first to make useful, thoughtful suggestions, and the first to get things done. And one doesn't do this for recognition, but simply because it's a natural inclination to be part of the action and to lead. And leadership takes a lot of responsibility. A good leader generally has a vision of where things should go. And I'm a believer that a good dose of common sense and coupled with some naivety is a great benefit. Some of the greatest achievements in the world have occurred because the visionary wasn't deterred by the knowledge of the stumbling blocks in front of them. So dare to dream. Now, I was pleased to notice today when we were singing "O Canada" that some of you were actually standing at attention and bellowing out. We need to do more of that. In these difficult times, be proud of Canada, a country that was built on quiet courage and determination, a country that is faceted by the probity of each and every one of us here today, a country that boldly embraces greatness and staunchly defends the virtues that are Canadian. Finally, as one of my roles as Chancellor is to proudly represent George Brown in the community and amongst my peers, and I do that best when I brag about you, its graduates. So please be proud of who you are. Dream it and then do it, so I can brag. And finally, as you slide along the banister of life, may all the splinters be going in the right direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Chancellor. I will now call upon Dean Georgia Quattaro from the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies to address the graduating class.
Congratulations. This is one of the days you had in mind when you started at the college. It's the day you had in mind at moments when you knew you were going to be successful, and perhaps at moments when you weren't quite so sure how or if this was all going to work out. And now you are about to graduate, about to realize that goal. We are proud of you, and this theater is filled with your family and friends who are also proud of you and who are here to congratulate you. We have graduates in this convocation from 3 divisions, 6 schools within those divisions, and a wide range of programs. I look out on a graduating class that has skills in mechanical engineering, in cooking, in computer programming and systems, in construction, in teaching, and in health informatics, and other skills, as well as graduates from programs that focus on preparing students well for further study. Today, for the first and probably the only time, your gowns make you look a little more similar than you really are. Despite the similarity of your gowns, each of you is an individual. You come from different families, and you had different educational experiences prior to coming to the college. But you each also had a different experience here. Those differences, the ones that happened because of your choices and the ones that were just luck, mean that even when you took the same courses with the same outcomes, each of you got something a little bit different. You made choices about how you learned, how you worked with others, the questions you asked, and what you thought about. As you go forward, those differences will be compounded by the choices you make and the opportunities you have. You bring a very particular set of strengths and skills to the next phase of your life, similar to other students in your program, but uniquely your own. As you graduate today, I encourage you to think about the ways in which your education here has been very particularly yours, specific to you and different from everyone else's in this graduating class. This is the unique combination that you as an individual bring to employers and to future education. Learning lasts a surprisingly long time. You have acquired information and skills. More important, however, you have gained different ways of thinking and of approaching problems. That combination of theory and practice, translating thinking into doing, is the hallmark of a college education. That endures, and it is probably the most important part of what you have gained. You will bring that to whatever you do in the future. Today, you graduate. We all wish you success in applying the unique combination of knowledge and skills you have acquired, plus the perseverance that you have already demonstrated. We look forward to having you as alumni of George Brown College. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean Quattaro. I will now call upon Dean Nancy Sherman from the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies to introduce our keynote speaker.
At a previous ceremony this year, students from the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies were presented with awards similar to those that will be presented in other programs today. The CCET Awards of Excellence recognize students who demonstrate academic and leadership qualities which contribute to a positive learning environment for all students. I want to congratulate you once more for those of you who received this award. And today, it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Mr. Rick Huybrechts. As Vice President of Industry Transformation, Rick and his team oversee 2 of Cisco Canada's top priorities: smart and connected communities and the Internet of Things, which supports connecting the unconnected and driving towards an Internet of infinite interactions. Rick started at Cisco in 2005 and first focused on the international real estate sector. Prior to joining Cisco, he was executive director of the Center for Design Informatics at the Harvard Design School. He was also co-founder and CEO of Edificium, Inc., and consulted for international clients such as AEW Capital, McGraw-Hill Construction, Auket Architects, and Capital Planning Technologies. Rick holds a bachelor degree in construction management from Tilburg Polytechnic University in the Netherlands, a master's degree in real estate development and project management from Delft University, also in the Netherlands, and the doctorate from Harvard University with a specialization in real estate technology and investment management. Rick is a faculty member at the Harvard Executive Education Program, where he focuses on topics of smart cities and buildings. Rick serves on the Industry Advisory Board of the Mechanical and Industrial Engineering Department at the University of Toronto, is founding member of the Evergreen City Works Leaders Council, is recipient of the Queen Elizabeth Royal Jubilee Award for his groundbreaking work in community innovation in Canada, and was named top 35 people to watch in the industry by Realcomm. Rick is also a really nice person. The college is very honored that Rick is currently the executive in residence for our Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies, where when he put up his hand, he also became chair of the Building Automation Program Advisory Council. I'm pleased to welcome our keynote speaker, Rick Huybrechts.
Thank you, Nancy. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Platform Party, George Brown College faculty and staff, parents, family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, and last but not least, class of 2014. Wow, this is exciting, and you thought you'd be nervous, but I've been collecting water in the hands of my palms since we walked up on stage here. This is truly a great honor. I want to extend my heartfelt congratulations to all of you that are marking the end of a very important chapter of your lives. And I was very honored when Nancy asked me to speak to you today, because convocation speeches are really given by people that have amazing careers and achieved a lot, and they're here to share with you some of their lessons learned and give you some advice on your path forward. So at the risk of disappointing your parents, I have to say I'm not that. But I have 3 thoughts for you that I would like to share while I'm up here. As I share my first thought, which is about future, I'd like to start with a quote, and the quote is from Gandhi. He said, "The future depends on what you do today." I'll repeat that. The future depends on what you do today. All you have achieved leading up to today doesn't really matter anymore. And I know that doesn't sound nice, but it's true, and you probably know it. It's all about your next moves and your hard work that will take you where you want to be. 20 years ago, to this day, I too graduated from a polytechnics college, although I feel I'm still the same age as you are. My degree was in construction management, and I was destined to follow in my father's footsteps as a leader of his construction company. But by the time I graduated, he had since sold the company to my cousin, so there went my future. Having lost what I thought would be my only option, I realized I had to broaden my base and rewrite my own future. Many people have a person in their lives that introduces them to new opportunities and make them think about new things. And I too had such a person. He interested me in the world of technology and the transformative nature of innovation. Today, I work for one of the world's largest IT companies that sells networking equipment and communications technologies. Although I now work in general management with a focus on industry transformation, as Nancy told you, in some of Canada's most important sectors, such as healthcare, education, and energy, I still wake up each and every day interested in transforming the industry, which I studied so hard for, through technology and innovation. So I'm not running a construction company, even though I thought that that would be my future when I started in 1990. So was my time studying at the college all for nothing? That's a question, anybody? No? I don't think so. My studies gave me the foundation that I needed to become what I am today. It created an environment for me where I could find and explore my own passions and give me an applied and hands-on understanding of the industry I try so hard to change today. This leads me to my second thought: change. Change is uncertainty, and this never goes away. The question is, how will you make uncertainty your friend? The last few decades have been full of change: political instability, economic shifts, environmental unbalance have all altered the world in which you have readied yourselves for starting your careers. And although it may not appear as dramatic to you, since you've been raised with it, or most of you have been raised with it, the greatest change of all that the last few generations have witnessed is truly the maturing of the technology revolution. You are graduating in what's known as the app economy. And when probably most of your parents were your age, they hadn't heard of what apps were, or smartphones, or tablets, and maybe even laptops and PCs. Almost nothing is as profound as the change we experienced this decade, where we see the internet evolve to its fourth generation, or we call it the Internet of Everything. In 1990, when some of you probably weren't even born yet, the internet started as a platform for messaging and just showing content on its initial 1,000 websites that existed when the World Wide Web got launched. Soon, the internet became more interactive and allowed for transactions and e-commerce. And it's only been 10 years ago that its third revolution saw it dominated by social media, such as Facebook and Twitter. And that reminds me, and I go off script, but I do need to take a selfie while I'm stand up here. And we take this little break, so all get your phones out and take a selfie of yourself and your colleagues, because I want to capture this moment. There you go. That will go on Twitter. You guys all done? Where was I? I should have not done this. Blah, 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 Facebook and Twitter. This completely changed the way we interact and communicate with one another. And today, the internet is not only for people, it's for things. Above and beyond its 1.4 billion websites that we have today, more than 14 billion smart objects, including our phones, are communicating over the internet, and we expect that there will be 40 billion smart objects by 2020. Street lights, security cameras, wearable devices, clothing, cars, parking meters, medical devices, even medication, refrigerators, Fitbits, garbage bins, on and on, all will communicate and need the internet. Already more than 90% of all internet traffic is generated by video. Every minute, more than 250 hours of video is uploaded on the internet. By 2016, only 2 years away, we will see more than 1.3 zettabyte annually flow over the internet. And this is about the same as a stack of books from here to Pluto and back, 20 times or 72 billion miles. Last year, we generated more data than we did in all 2,000 years before. Everything we do is ending up in the cloud, and over this decade, more than 1/3 of all data will be hosted in places we don't know where it is, away from storage on PCs, laptops, and other local devices. So this changes everything. It allows us to create new industries, new kinds of jobs, and new opportunities that drive productivity and innovation for people, businesses, communities, and our beautiful country. The Internet of Everything is the 21st century catalyst that will have a profound impact on how we work, live, learn, and play. And I'm not sharing this to scare you, but really to encourage you to capture all the amazing opportunities in front of you. The world is really your oyster. Challenge everyone and everything that happens and benefit and nurture the change around us. It is your time to shine and to be the leaders and innovators with the companies that you're going to join or the companies that you will start. Don't settle for the status quo. The status quo is dead. The real value you bring to the world is your ability to adapt, to embrace technology and innovation, and to keep it all real. Valuable skills that you have learned right here at George Brown College. And this leads me to my third and last thought, which is action. And I'll do another quote, this time from Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold, for those who don't know him, is a bodybuilder turned actor, turned businessman, turned author, turned governor, and then somehow turned actor again. So this is a man that really knows how to benefit from and nurture and monetize change. So he said, "You can't climb the ladder of success with your hands in your pockets." That may be the smartest thing he's ever said. Things rarely just happen to you, and you are here today because of your hard work and your dedication, and you earned it. Getting here undoubtedly was not easy. You've had to make many decisions and many choices, and you did good. You laid the foundation for a very promising future. And in the past few years leading up to today's great event, you have seen that you do own your own destiny. So, own your own destiny. Keep pounding ahead and don't give up. And remember that the journey is the destination. Things will change, and your future may not end up looking the way you envision it today. And that can be a good thing. I envy you for where you are in life today. These are exciting times, and the road ahead is great. Just keep on moving. So, left me to do is to congratulate all the graduating students, but also your parents, family, and friends who are here today to celebrate with you and that were part of your journey. As you write your new chapter in your book, do make them your guide for what lies ahead. Thank you very much and congratulations.
Thank you, Rick. We have now come to the part of today's ceremony in which we recognize outstanding scholastic achievements by our graduates. At this time, we would like to recognize the recipient of the Governor General's Academic Medal. First awarded in 1873 by the Earl of Dufferin, the Governor General's Academic Medal is one of the most prestigious awards that can be received by a student in a Canadian educational institution for exceptional academic achievement. The Collegiate Bronze Medal from the Governor General of Canada is awarded to a student in a 2- or 3-year program with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year, the recipient of the Governor General's Academic Medal is Quinn Kauhu, who graduated from the Office Administration Medical Program in the School of Health Services Management. Quinn received her award at her convocation ceremony on Tuesday, June 10th. We'd also now like to recognize the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal. The Board of Governors Medal was established in 2007 when the first degree programs graduated from George Brown College. The medal is awarded to a full-time student in a 4-year degree program and is awarded for academic excellence to the student with the highest cumulative grade point average. This year, the recipient of the Board of Governors Medal is Larry Lamb, who graduated from the Bachelor of Applied Business Financial Services program in the School of Accounting and Finance in the Center for Business. Larry received his award at his convocation ceremony on Wednesday, June 11th. This morning, we are proud to honor 2 graduates from the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies and the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies with a Dean's Award to recognize both their high academic achievements over all semesters and their contributions to the college community. I would like to call on Dean Georgia Cortero to come forward to present the award for the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies. This year, the recipient of the Dean's Award for the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies is Nick Sodi. Nick is a graduate of the Hospitality Services program in the School of Work and College Preparation. Nick, please come forward to accept your award. I would now like to call upon Dean Nancy Sherman to come forward to present the award from the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies. This year, the recipient of the Dean's Award for the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies is Ashley Deng. Ashley is graduating from the Computer Systems Technicians program in the School for Computer Technology. Ashley, please come forward to accept your award. Thank you. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the valedictorian for this morning, Erin Henry. Erin is graduating from the Assaulted Women's and Children's Counselor Advocate Program from the School of Liberal Arts and Sciences in the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies. Erin, would you please address the graduating class of 2014?
Thank you. Thanks. Wow. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, members of the Platform Party, George Brown faculty and staff, fellow graduates and guests, good morning. I stand here representing the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies, the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies, and the Center for Continuous Learning. As a graduate of the Assaulted Women's and Children's Counselor Advocate Program, I am absolutely full of pride for each and every one of us in this moment, and would like to begin by acknowledging the individual work required to realize our academic goals in our respective programs at George Brown College. As well, I would like to acknowledge the support we have provided one another as peers and the generous collective encouragement we have received from professors, family, friends, and other motivators throughout our journey. This memorable and rewarding achievement would have been a far greater challenge without these remarkable people in our lives. Though we range in age, background, beliefs, and identities, we are all new graduates, embarking on our next steps with potential uncertainty, hopefully exciting prospects, and altogether new demands and responsibilities. We have been motivated to improve our status and promote individual change to meet the demands required of us. I hope that we may continue to apply this approach to our lives and the work we undertake in our respective fields. It is my hope that while honoring and preserving all that we have worked for, we may move forward with greater awareness of ourselves and the impact of our actions on each other and society at large. Social justice is an essential part of the fabric of our culture and should be prioritized accordingly. Let us not become reticent and lackadaisical in our new roles, but endeavor to improve the status of others while working to improve ourselves. As graduates of George Brown College, we have varying degrees of privilege and access to opportunities not afforded every member of our society. Our experiences have likely been transformational, equipping us with valuable skills to harness and support others with their own ventures, as ours were not solo achievements. Reliance on one another does not make us weak. It makes us resourceful and capable individuals, able and willing to contribute all that we can to this world. While progress is an inevitable function of our society, its effects can be felt disproportionately. I encourage each of us to consider the voices not heard today. Individuals living with violence, unemployment, low wages, precarious housing, food insecurity, and protracted citizenship processes. I'm certain that for some in our audience, these challenges are a daily reality. Real progress requires self-reflection, individual action, community engagement, and accountability. While our individual struggles may not end with graduation, we must remember that we are stronger than we know and can survive that which we have yet to encounter, hopefully drawing strength from our recent achievements. Whether our focus is moving toward further education or a chosen field of work, it is impossible to overlook our current political environment. It appears we are at a crossroads, and while our participation is not compulsory, we are inevitably affected. So I urge you to make your impact positive and make your impact count. I suggest we honor the spectrum of experiences afforded us here at George Brown College by ensuring continued opportunities for all members of society. Work to include individuals with unique and vibrant identities, such as those you have come to value and embrace in your time at George Brown College and beyond. I invite you to promote equity and social justice in our society for the greater inclusion of all. We can only thrive when we are working together and the broader public discourse becomes one that is inclusive in nature. Consider acknowledging difference with an open mind and respecting all the wisdom it may offer. You may be amazed by what you learn. In the words of feminist, author, and social activist Bell Hooks, if we want a beloved community, we must stand for justice, have recognition for difference, without attaching difference to privilege. Congratulations, and good luck to you all. Thank you. Thank you very much. Do I just go up?
Or you can, yes.
Oh.
We have now reached the formal part of our ceremony where we award the credentials, the diplomas, and certificates, and these become the official documents of the college. I invite Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton to come forward. Would the candidates please stand? That's you who are about to graduate.
That's why they haven't stood.
Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates assembled here today have qualified in all respects for their credentials by successfully completing curricula offered by the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies, the Center for Continuous Learning, and the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies at George Brown College. Faculty members have recommended that they be awarded their credentials in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of George Brown College, I do hereby confer on you your respective diplomas and certificates with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the candidates not present, I request that you confer their credentials in absentia.
I so do, and congratulations to you all.
Please take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, during the next part of the ceremony, we will be presenting candidates individually to Chancellor Sally Horsfall Eaton and President Ann Sato. To show our respect for each candidate, we ask that you remain in your seats until the last candidate has received her or his credential. We also ask that you withhold your applause until all candidates from each program have been presented. Candidates, as you make your way across the stage, please follow the printed footsteps on the floor. Upon receiving your credential, we ask that you return to your seats and enjoy the rest of the convocation program. Madam Chancellor, Madam President, I wish to present the candidates from the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies, the Center for Continuous Learning, and the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies so that you may confer their credentials. I will ask our announcer to come to the podium now. Patrick Kwok-Choon is a graduate of the George Brown Theatre School.
Madam Chancellor and Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Center for Preparatory and Liberal Studies, the School of Liberal Arts and Science, the General Arts and Science Program. Blen Sultan Abdallah. Danielle F. Benitez Zapata. Marlon Enrile. J.S. Gladstone. Hanya Hamid. Sumanprit Kaur Jasar. Cristina Rosales. Bridget Garcia Serenio. Rima Toribio. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the General Arts and Science one-year program. Julia M. Connor-Doan. Kathleen Marie Aupaua. Kelly Jackson with honors. Darcy Weatherseed with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Assaulted Women's and Children's Counselor Advocate Program. Juliette Acadia with honors. Dina Alakouzi. Shireen Allen with honors. Elham Abdel Khalig Bakri with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Christine Barkhouse with honors. Caitlin Marie Cowie with honors. Diane M. Dooley. Seema Das. Cherish Dupy with honors. Mariama Fofana. Sandra Galaz. Catherine A. Halsall with honors. Leela Hashemi. Erin Catherine Henry with honors. Sonia Sandra Hines with honors. Teresa Kyungja Jung with honors. Danielle Jushko. Vivian Koshhaba. Sweta Kohli with honors. Boriola Aderonk Kukoyi with honors. Natasha Alana Lawrence. Berlin Belinda Mahabir with honors. Chantal Mattis. Sachelle S. McGowan. Kyla Madieros. Gloria Montoya with honors. Stella Namboga Nyumbe with honors. Cody Palmer. Jessie Marie Parlee with honors. Shanessa Pink. Melody Victoria Pomares Silva. Kathleen Racel Reyes. Sabrina Melissa Rodriguez. Jennifer Saliba with honors. Suela Sarasi. Shabnam Sayema with honors. Liam Lorraine Skinner with honors. Dawn Brienne Slack with honors. Stacy Melinda Susan St. Croix with honors. Tara Lynn Margaret Van Voogd with honors. Alana Wemigwans with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduate for her credentials from the General Arts and Science English for Academic Purposes program, Surana Barovnovna Rinchinova. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the School of Work and College Preparation, the College Vocational Program. Ethan Abramson. Champagne Brian Christie. Aaron Joseph Katbegin with honors. Tiffany Natalie Cheong. Henry Chung. Hoi Ying Chow. Ryan David Cowan with honors. Crispin Crasto. Joseph Dominguez Dabu. James Edick. Vincent Jude Fernandez. Jonathan Garzon. Manique Havanasai Massini. Samantha Elizabeth Graham. Dana Rebecca Morris with honors. Zayad Haddad. Alexander Kaluzovsky. Alexander John Luasis with honors. Roche Raymond James Montague with Dean's Medal winner. Christopher Nolis. Ryan Christopher Nori. Lorena Paola Pereira. Daniel Lucas Petrucci. Matthew Joseph Rengelik with honors. Mario Sonardi. Sabrina Tedesco. Randy Jr. Houston to go with honors. Kayla Tajada. Yasna Tiagarajad. Stephen Andrew Todd with honors. Daniel Salvatore Valenti with honors. Christine Wu. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Pre-Health Science program. Michelle Elizabeth Albert with honors. Luisa Azevedo. Carl Francis Green with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Gagan Deep. Jennifer Hart. Andrea Leslie Hadvani. David Marquez with honors. Daniel Christopher Paraba. Dandria Karen Larondi. Stephanie Ann Smart with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Pre-Community Services program. Wagma Afghan. Patricia Ivy Bonneau. Michael Zeus Coe with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Carissa Davis. Yolanda Alberta Goodridge with honors. Kevin Andrew Gold with honors. Mildred Yanet Jiminian with honors. Brian Marshall. Ashley Ann McDonald. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Assistant Cook program. Richard Anderson. Simon Ball. Siobhan Flanagan. Wade George. Greg Zabowski. Mario A. Malcolm. Ashley Melvin with honors. Damian Perry with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Ben Pasternak. Karija Samuda. Delia Sebastian. Kristen Lindsay Sexardi. Danny Tran. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Construction Craft Worker Foundations program. Esley Adario. Peter Chu with honors. Vernon Edwards. Ryan Sean Flanagan. Kelly Jenkins. Breezy Johnson. Nematula Kojazadara. Sean MacArthur with honors. Ronald McIsaac. Robert Matlock with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Gabriel Michael Palmer. Michael Pirin. John Chun Man Yang with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the School of Immigrant and Transitional Education, the Transitions to Post-Secondary Education program. Juliet Church with honors. Kimberly Fruin with honors. Kenneth James McDonnell with honors. Donna Elizabeth McCarthy with honors. Carolyn Mooney with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Damania Elizabeth Palmieri with honors. Chantal Rayom with honors. Dimitri Olegnovich Tsignasar. Jesse Wilson with honors. Jonathan Wright. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the pre-business program. Jessica Da Silva Gomez. Martha Ramos Raman with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Eric Orlando Salas Gonzalez. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Hospitality Services program. Shri Cadian Brown with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Roshan Janelle Charles. Felix Alicia Fontanelle with honors. Luca Matriciano. Cassandra Andrea Pasantes. Naval Sodi with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Teaching English as a Second Language to Adults. Stephanie Atkinson. Echo Nessa Box Chavez with honors. Brenda Ekuban with honors. Anne-Marie Fitzpatrick with honors. Dorota Juretzi. Sandra Josephine Gustafson with honors. Andrew Lehrer with honors. Wendy London. Michael Charles Mundu with honors. Jenna Ashley Mungraw with honors. Nicola Ng with honors. Melanie Pierlucci with honors. Farhana A. Villanueva with honors. Peter Villman. Jora K. Wood. Louis Yang. Luke Zilke with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the College Teachers Training for Internationally Educated Professionals. Manar Agrini with honors. Hanadi Abdul Ghani El Haj with honors. Kamlesh B. Gag. Avtar S. Gotra. Rania Nafi with honors. Mary O. Penetrante with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Rashmi Ramachandran with honors. Galina Yurivna Sien with honors. M.D. Shafiqazman. Shaikh Sharmin Shamali with honors. Muhammad Siyam Subair with honors. Vitali Suley with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Center for Continuous Learning, the Education Assistant Program. Natalie Brueggemann with honors. Maria Macri with honors. Catherine Patricia Panino with honors. Sonia Nicole Priano. Tarsam Singh with honors. Anura Somasudaram. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Center for Construction and Engineering Technologies, the School of Mechanical Engineering Technologies, the Mechanical Engineering Technology Design Program. Mohammed Sahedul Alam. Dominic Alfano. Kevin Balignasai. Mikhail Budagian with honors. Lucas J.K. Campbell. Eugene Chan with honors. Arizona Dixon. John Allen Robert Elligson with honors. Andrew James Gerhardt with honors. Chris William Giverin. Karina Michelle Hernandez Ponce. Peter Kim. Allison Julia Lee. Elia Christopher Monahas. Kajan Murugaja. Eric Pedersen. Dennis Petropoulos. Tejveer Singh Radhawa. Darnell Alexander Reddick. Carlo Vincenzo Severino. Pui Yan Tong. Julian Esteban Victoria Galindo. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Mechanical Technician Tool and Die program. Ahmed Ali Khalif. Stephen Howard. Peng Fei Liu with honors. Walter Fajera Marcelo. Julie Mills. Osaume Osemege. Akshay Sarup with honors. Dylan Tower with honors. In Yong Yu with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Electromechanical Engineering Technicians Program. Vishal. Jude Ikechukwu Alawoko. Gracielle Alino. Alireza Buzari Mogdadam. Michael Douglas Bray. Mark Joseph Bulusan Kalma. Jamil Rodrigo Castro Regalado. Arvinder Singh Chahal. Yang Chen. Thompson Dam. Yu Teng Deng. Christoph Camille Fichkovsky. Jeffrey Brian Ireland. Jung Woo Jin. Shaganpreet Kaur Kang. Jeshwant Reddy. Carlos Daniel Lopez Graterol. Mark Joseph Lubinsky. Jatinder Pal Singh Man. Junji Mai with honors. Chao Wei Chen. Christopher Ronald McKinley. Mit Kamleshbai Patel. Tejendrat Kumar Avinbai Patel. Joseph Pezzo with honors. Michael Peary. Sai Krishna Ranga. Hamza Mohammed Salih. Kevin Sanchez Perez. Eric Santos. Aniket Reddy Shamirpeta. Jasprit Singh. Suraj Ban Singh Thakur. Bin Tam Trong. Runze Zhu. Yin Xing Zhang. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduate for her credentials from the Mechanical Techniques Program, Zara Sojudi with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Electromechanical Engineering Technology Building Automation Program, Luis Gabriel Pelamiano Acenas. Haben Emmanuel. Ricardo Hussein Brown. Lazaro Diamantino Diogo. Christian Michael Izeski Vanderklay with honors. Albert Lamb. Alexander Ovcharov with honors. Jean Ives Watts. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the School of Computer Technology, Computer Programmer Analyst Program. Xiahui Ai. Amandeep Kaur Bangal. Yongzhua Cao. Longwei Chen. Millicent Grace Dress. Timia Foki with honors. Giancarlo Ziave. Marwa Jawad with honors. Olga Karpukova with honors. Peter Min Tan Lee. Christopher Raymond Leader. Rasak Olagoke Makinde. Oscar Rabines. Federico Augusto Farias Santos with honors. Joel Carmelo Garcia Sanga. Tashana Felicia Williams. Jeffrey Wu. Hui Xian She with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Computer Systems Technician Program. Karandeep with honors. Nimi James. Arman Amin. Alena Atakilte with honors. Uruj Ahmed Beg. Michael Boateng. Michael Chu. Pookie Dai. Mark Alexander Davey. Ashley Deng with honors and Dean's Medal winner. Gills George. Siamak Jafari with honors. Venkata Santosh Jakapuram. Kamalpreet Kaur. Hyai-Jin Lee. Gurwant Singh. Robert Dale Millett with honors. Joshua Marshall. Heman Modi. Freddie Moreno. Sokol Papathimiu. Tiana Rantawa. Binod Kumar Sa. Amandeep Singh. Harjit Singh. Bin Situ. Dev Bahadur Thapa Magar. Van Trong. Shalini Valipuram with honors. Deepika Varanki. Berhain Woldegraber. Rupesh Polam. Rahul Velapula. Shravan Kumar Yedlapali. Yiking Zhang. Juncheng Zhu with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduate for his credentials from the Computer System Technology program, Kamal Preet Singh. And also Idowu Olabisi Okamu with honors. Kurt Artantes. Aaron Michael Brighton. Jeff M. Catherwood. Matthew Adrian Cecile. Angelise Cortez. Mark Henry Enose. Eyob Gebrahariat. Jasprit Singh Gill. Karandeep Singh Rawal. Shivam Kapoor. Samanvaya Patak. Harris Khan. John Emerson Reyes Liwanag. Maurice Sorolo Okoth. Elliot Pinot Levman. Brendan Polius Prosper. Mitchell Root. Dilpreet Kaur Sidhu. Gurpreet Singh Thid. Nguyen Tran with honors. Ian Alec Euler. Ying Wu. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Game Programming program. William Carducci with honors. Nicholas Joseph Falsita. Noel Lee. Matthew Leo Methot. Jonathan Michael Smith with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Health Informatics program. Vivek Kaul. Francisco Pereira. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Information Systems Business Analyst program. Ramkumar Arunma Murthy with honors. Nitin Batolia. Saida Shafia Batul with honors. Anthony David with honors. Anusha Gunasekaran. Salil Jandial with honors. Hina Kashul with honors. Sharam Khan. Nadejda Kirova with honors. Amy Patel with honors. Alan G. Porlares with honors. Pavanpreet Riyat with honors. Anton Rublev with honors. Ashraf Tadris with honors. Thank you. I have the honor of presenting to you the 2014 graduates for their credentials from the Wireless Networking Program. Ajay Deep Singh. Kartik Kalakuri. Ifosa Jesse Agahoa. John Dario Chavez. Nakul Chopra. Ashay Dalal. Nikhiltej Daddu. Manish Dev. Rupinder Singh Dillon. Thierry Charlin Fossey with honors. Gagandeep Singh Gill. Jagdeep Singh Gill. Saida Farhana Hussain. Saeed Saif Hussain. Pratibha Jaglan. Vipul Joshi. Faniraj Kandakla. Shivam Malhotra with honors. Supriya Midha. Hardik Rajeshbhai Modi. Narges Nurullahi with honors. Mayank Patel. Mohammed Pathan with honors. Joshua Okol Prince. Babitha Rachel Joseph. Faisal Remen with honors. Craig N. Reed with honors. Narinder Jit Singh Sagu. Aditya Saini. Harpreet Kaur Sandhu with honors. Harmandeep Singh Sardar. Japinder Singh with honors. Rajpreet Singh. Simaranjit Singh. Rijya Sultana with honors. Ivan Tarnovsky with honors. Govindbhai Varma. Lakbir Singh. Risat Erim Yalsin. Thank you, Madam Chancellor and Madam President, and congratulations, all graduates.
This concludes the conferring of credentials. I now invite President Ann Sato to address the graduating class. Madam President.
Good afternoon, class of 2014. I'm honored to join your families and friends in congratulating you on your graduation from George Brown College. This is a milestone I hope you'll remember with pride for the rest of your life. Take a minute now to savor the experience, because before you know it, you will be busy working towards your next goal. That advice goes double for parents in the audience, and I speak from experience. This time last year, I was sitting in an auditorium much like this one, watching my younger son cross the stage at his own convocation. He was home with us for just one night before heading to Calgary for a new job. 1 minute we were celebrating together, the next he was on a new path. Blink and you'd miss it. So savor this moment. Class of 2014, when you enrolled at George Brown College, I imagine that convocation seemed like a distant dream. Since then, you've surpassed many milestones. Your first day of class, your last exam, that aha moment when you mastered a new skill. Life is an endless stream of experiences and opportunities rushing by at top speed. You can't slow it down, but you can choose to see the potential in each moment. Celebrate your victories, both large and small. Rise to every challenge and make every minute count. Canadian astronaut Chris Hadfield offered some advice on this subject during his 2013 mission to the International Space Station. He said, "Decide in your heart of hearts what really excites and challenges you, and start moving your life in that direction. Every decision you make, from what you eat to what you do with your time tonight, turns you into who you are tomorrow and the day after that." Very similar to Gandhi's words about the future depends on what you do today. When I look back on my own career, I'm struck how decisions that seemed inconsequential at the time have had a ripple effect. Things like introducing myself to someone new or volunteering a few hours of my time. As you prepare to begin your next journey, I'd like to share a few strategies that have helped me in my career. In fact, I'll share just a few stories from George Brown graduates who have found success in their fields. I hope these strategies might also help you, and I hope that in a few years, I'll be telling your stories. First and foremost, keep building your networks. Take advantage of the relationships you've established with staff and faculty at George Brown, and ask them for advice or introductions. Keep in touch with your classmates and support each other as you explore your new field. Surround yourself with enthusiastic supporters who know what you're interested in and what you're good at. You never know what doors these contacts could open up. Fashion Techniques and Design graduate João Paulo Guedes landed a job at Canada Goose thanks to a tip from a former instructor. He also kept in touch with a designer he met during his field placement in Delhi, and now they're collaborating on designs they hope to sell in Canada and India. Second, don't be afraid to take a risk or try something new. These efforts won't always be successful, but as long as you learn something, you will be successful. Alvin Vigila, a graduate of our Culinary Arts Italian program, recently took a big risk by competing on the TV show Chopped Canada, and it paid off. He came in first place, taking home a cash prize and making a name for himself as an up-and-coming chef. And finally, never stop learning. I sincerely believe that education leads to opportunity. In the future, you may wish to pursue a new credential or update your professional knowledge through continuing education. Lifelong learning will help you keep your skills sharp and your brain engaged. Our doors are always open to you at George Brown. In fact, many graduates continue their relationship with the college throughout their lives, both as lifelong learners and as industry partners. In the future, you might consider joining a program advisory committee, hosting a student for a field placement, hiring a graduate, or supporting the George Brown College Foundation. In the meantime, I encourage you to take advantage of the support services available to you as a George Brown alumnus. Make sure you update your contact information at our Alumni Relations Office so you can access all of their services. Class of 2014, today you join a long legacy of distinguished George Brown alumni. They are key business leaders, beloved community workers and nurses, top chefs, renowned performers, crucial city builders, and the list goes on. Just like those that came before you, you are a class of innovators and problem solvers, entrepreneurs, and future leaders. This auditorium is bursting with skilled graduates ready to embark on rewarding new careers, well equipped with the knowledge obtained at George Brown. Today, we formally recognize your passage from student to graduate, using age-old symbols that connect academia's past to its present. This year, we've added a traditional element to Convocation with the introduction of our ceremonial mace, which Chancellor Sally Horsfall-Eaton mentioned earlier. Its introduction has strong historical significance for the college, recognizing our transformation and growth over the years. Yours will always be the first graduating class where the mace was part of our ceremony. And our mace is particularly special, as our Chancellor noted, because it was designed and developed by a team of George Brown faculty, staff, students, and alumni. The design incorporates many aspects of the college's identities and our values. For example, the rings of Ontario medals represent a sense of industry and the applied nature of our programs. Inscribed words include values like passion, integrity, and leadership. I'd like to thank Chancellor Eaton and her husband, John Craig Eaton, for this wonderful gift to the college. I'd also like to thank all of the parents, families, partners, and friends in the audience for supporting our graduates as they pursued their passions at George Brown. They couldn't have done it without you, and I hope your support will be returned in kind when you need it. But most of all, I'd like to congratulate each member of the class of 2014 on your tremendous achievement. You saw the opportunity for learning at George Brown, and you refused to let that opportunity pass you by. You've put in long hours, both inside the classroom and out, working tirelessly to achieve your goal. Today, that persistence pays off. By completing your college education, you've laid an important foundation for career success. This moment is an ending, but there are many exciting beginnings ahead. New jobs, new opportunities, and new challenges. George Brown was once unfamiliar to you, but you have succeeded here, just as I know you will succeed elsewhere on your career path. You have the knowledge, you have the skills, and now you have the credential. What happens next is up to you, but I hope you'll seize every moment and make the most of it. Congratulations, class of 2014.
Okay, we're in the home stretch. Just a couple of thank yous. First of all, graduates, I'd like you to again say thank you to the parent, brother, sister, child, partner, spouse, or friend who helped you make this possible. Again, they share in your achievement. Please join me in recognizing them again now. Graduates, I would also invite you to join me in expressing your thanks to the faculty and staff. I would also like to thank Deborah Ifredi, Associate Registrar, and the team at the Registrar's Office for organizing this convocation. Thank you to Joanne Anderson, who provided real-time captioning, as well as Monique Ledrew and Tara Everett, our interpreters today, and to our announcer, Patrick Kwok-Chun. Special thanks also go to the staff and students from various college departments who volunteered their services today. I'd also like to thank our piper, Aidan Bowen, musicians from Lamb Chomp Music, and Thunder Jack, who provided the honor song. Graduates and guests, we hope you will join us downstairs here at the Sony Center following the ceremony. We ask that you remain in the auditorium until the platform party has left the stage. I now officially declare these graduation exercises closed.